Hi, my budding kids. So once again, you are back with your maths buddy to have fun with numbers. Are you excited? You have learned larger numbers. So we are back at your learning platform, Learn Forward with your maths book, Maths Concepts and Skills for grade 5. And what next in the journey ahead? Today we'll be starting chapter 2 of your book in which we'll be learning about operations on whole numbers. We have already learned about the 4 basic operations in maths. What are those? Can you tell me? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That is perfect. You have learned the operations on 6-digit numbers. Now we'll be having bigger numbers with more digits. So let's get started. Here we have a gear up exercise for you. A cricket tournament continued from Monday to Saturday. The number of spectators on different days were as follows. So on Monday, how many spectators were there? 15,526. On Tuesday, they were 26,321. On Wednesday, they were 18,124. On Thursday, they were 22,205. On Friday, can you read out for me? 20,317. That is perfect. And on Saturday, they were 24,525. That's brilliant. Now, add the number of spectators for the first 3 days and the last 3 days. So, you will be adding both these groups of numbers. What do you get? Let's add them together. I'm sure you are comfortable with the addition of these 5-digit numbers till now. So, what do you get, children? Remember to make the pairs for 10. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1, 11. 2 3s are 6 plus 1, 7. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 8 is 19. Good. And you get here 5. So this is the sum of first 3 days. Let's find out for the next 3 days. 5 plus 5 again is 10 plus 7, 17. 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry 1. And you have 7 here and 6 here, right? So these are the two sums we have got. What are they asking? Next, they are asking compare the two sums. So comparing two sums means finding out which one is bigger. So you say this sum is bigger than the sum of first 3 days. This is compare, right? So we have just recalled how to add numbers. Now, going ahead, we'll be learning about addition of 7 and 8-digit numbers, which is just similar to adding the 6-digit numbers. What you have to remember is write the places correctly, write the digits at their proper places correctly, and always start adding from the ones place. So here we have an example for you. If you have to add 35,08,462 and 66,41,229. So when you add, first write the places, write the digits at their proper places, put the plus sign and start adding from the ones place. 9 plus 2, 11. 1 carry 1, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. 4 plus 2, 6. 8 plus 1, 9. 0 plus 4 is 4, 0. 5 plus 6 is 11. Carry 1. 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 1, 10. So this is your sum of the given two numbers. So it's very easy to add the numbers, however big they can be. Always write them correctly and start adding from the ones place. Here we have an exercise for you where the numbers are already arranged at their proper places and the plus sign is also given. So you just start adding from the ones place and do the exercise. Now coming to next is subtraction of 7 and 8-digit numbers, in which we'll be following the same process starting from the ones place after writing the digits at their proper places. And always remember, whenever you have to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, which is not possible, so you will borrow from just next bigger place. How? Let's see this. If you have to subtract this number, 85,74,852 minus 23,35,427. So we will start from the ones place. 2 minus 7 is not possible, so we borrow from 5. It is left with 4. This becomes 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 4 is 2. Again, 4 minus 5 is not possible, so we borrow from 7. This is left with 6. It is 14 minus 5, 9. 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 8 minus 2 is 6 finally. So this is your difference. This is how borrowing helps you in subtracting. And here's an exercise for you in which you have to subtract the given numbers. They are already written correctly, perfectly, with digits at their proper places. So start subtracting from the ones place. Let's do 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. 6 minus 8 is not possible. Let's borrow. This becomes 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. 4 minus 7 again is not possible. So 14 minus 7 is 7. 1 minus 5 again not possible. So this is 3. This is 11 minus 5 is 6. Again 3 minus 6 is not possible. So let's borrow. 13 minus 6 is 7. 4 minus 9 again not possible. Let's borrow again. So 14 minus 9 is 5. 5 minus 7 again not possible. Let's borrow again. So 15 minus 7 is 8 and 4 minus 2 is 2. That's it. So this is how you'll be subtracting all the other given numbers. Now you have an activity here. From internet, find out the population of India and its neighboring countries and make a report comparing the country with the largest population and the country with the least population. So you'll have to make the comparison between the population of all the countries of India that are neighboring countries to India, and you can also include the difference in population. Now, next operation is multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 3-digit number and a 4-digit number. We have already learned multiplication of 4-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers. Going ahead, we'll be multiplying by 3-digit number and 4-digit number. Just look at an example. If you have the number 4,569 multiplied by 478. So students, when you did multiplication by a 2-digit number, do you remember what we did? First, we multiply by the ones digit. 8 will be multiplied by 4,569. Let's multiply. 8 nines are 72. 8 six are 48 plus 7, 55. 5. Carry 5. 8 fives are 40 plus 5, 45. Carry 4. 8 fours are 32 plus 4, 36. Right? Now, when you have to multiply by the second number, you will first write 0 here. Now, do multiplication by 7. 7 nines are 63. Carry 6. 7 six are 42 plus 6, 48. Carry 4. 7 fives are 35 plus 4, 39. 7 fours are 28 plus 3, 31. Now, when you are multiplying by this third digit, now when you have to multiply by the next digit 4, you will be putting 2 zeros here. For the second 10th place, we put 1 0. For the 100th place, we put 2 zeros. Let's start multiplying. 4 nines are 36. 6, carry 3. 6 fours are 24. 24 plus 3, 27. Carry 2. 5 fours are 20 plus 2, 22. Carry 2 again. 4 fours are 16 plus 2, 18. Now we'll be adding them. What you get here is 2, 8, 9, 3, 8, 1, 2. So this is the product of 4,569 and 478. Similarly, if you have to multiply by a 4-digit number, children, we will be doing the same process up to 3 digits. When you are multiplying by the 4th digit, we will increase another 0 before starting multiplication. So for the 10th place, we put 1 0. For the 100th digit, we put 2 zeros. For the 1000th digit, we will first be putting 3 zeros here. How? Let's see one example. if you have to multiply by 6,317 by 4,124, when you multiply by 4, you simply write the product. When you multiply by 2, you first write 1 0. Next, multiply by 1. Before that, you write 2 zeros. And before multiplying by 4 at the thousands place, you put 3 zeros. And after each of these multiplications, you finally add all these products and you get this as the final product. Understood? So, your numbers can increase in digits. Every time when you are multiplying, you have to increase 1 zero at each step, right? So, here you have some questions on multiplication. Let's do one. 7,747 multiplied by 696. So let's multiply by 6 simply. 6 sevens are 42. Carry 4. 6 fours are 24 plus 4, 28. Carry 2. 7 six are 42 plus 2, 44. Again 7 6 are 42 plus 4, 46. Now next you are multiplying by the tens digit, so you will put a 0 here. 9 sevens are 63. Carry 6. 9 fours are 36 plus 6, 42. 9 sevens are 63 again. 63 plus 4 is 67. Carry 6 again. 9 sevens are 63 plus 6, 69. Again, you have to multiply by 6 at the hundreds place. So first you will be putting 2 zeros here. Now 6 sevens are 42. Carry 4. 6 fours are 24 plus 4, 28. Carry 2. 6 sevens are 42 plus 2, 44. Now 6 sevens are 42 plus 4, 46. That is perfect. Now we will add all of these. 2, 1, carry 1, 9. Then you have 13 and 8, 21. Carry 2. 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 9, 19. Carry 1. 6 plus 6, 12 plus 1, 13. 3, carry 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So this is your final product. 53 lakh 91,912, right? Similarly, when you have to multiply by a 4-digit number, remember, you will be just increasing in one step, and in the last step, you will be increasing 1 0 before starting with multiplication. Now, the next operation is division, and division means repeated subtraction. Multiplication is repeated addition and division is repeated subtraction, children. We have already learned division of a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number. Today, let's divide a 4-digit number by a 3-digit number. So, if you have 1,625, you have to divide by 125. Here, this number which is to be divided is called the dividend. The number by which you divide is called the divisor. The answer that you get is called quotient, and whatever number remains at the end which cannot be divided further is called the remainder. So these are the 4 terms that you have already learnt in division. Now let's divide 1,625 by 125. So let's read the table of 125, which is not, you don't know. So let us have multiplication here. 125, 1 is 125, and if you multiply by 2, you will be reaching somewhere at 200. So we will not go beyond that. 125, 1 125. When you subtract, you get 37, bring down 5. Now 125 is to be multiplied so that you get 375. So what you can try is 100. How can you turn 100 into 300? By multiplying by 3. So let's multiply and see. Do you get 375? Yes, you get 375. So 125 3s are 375. When you subtract, you get the remainder 0 and the division is done. Now, this is how we have multiplied 125, ones are 125. These are the steps which are explained. And then after subtracting, you bring down another digit and multiply 125. Read the table again till you get the remainder 0. We will continue the process, or the remainder should be less than your divisor. Remember this. Whenever you are dividing at any stage, when you subtract, the answer, the remainder that you get should always be smaller than divisor, children. Remember this, which shows that you are going perfect in division. Now, if you have 32,568 divided by 3, it's so simple because this is just a division by one digit number. 3 ones are 3, you bring down 2. But 2 is not divisible by 3. So, before bringing down the next digit together, always put a 0 in quotient because we cannot take two digits like that. Whenever you are doing division at one step, you can always bring down one digit. If you have to bring two or more digits, you have to add zeros in the quotient. So 3 zeros, the 0, you bring down 5, it becomes 25. 3 eights are 24. After subtraction, you get 1, you bring down 6. 3 fives are 15. Again, you subtract, you get 1 and bring down 8. 3 6 are 18. Now, what you see, children, at every step when you are subtracting, the number you are getting here is always less than your divisor, remember. Okay. So, your quotient here is 10,856 and your remainder is 0. The dividend is 32,568 and the divisor is 3. We have another question here. Divide 53,780, which is a 5-digit number, by 35, which is just a 2-digit number. So let's divide. 35 ones are 35. If you go beyond that, you get 35 twos are 70, which is a bigger number. So we stop at 35 ones are 35. After subtracting, we get 18. We bring down 7. See again, 18 is smaller than 35. Bring down 7, read the table. 35, how many times is possible? 35, you can look at the tens place. So you want 3 something 187. 30, how many times will give you 180? 36 is a. So will it go for 6? Let's check. 6 5s are 30. 6 3s are 18. No, it's a bigger number. So we will try for 35 5s are. 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 17, 175. Yes, that's perfect. We get 175. After subtracting, we get 12. We bring down 8. Then 35 3s are 105. Subtract, you get 23. Again, smaller than 35. Bring down 0 and you get 35 6 are 230. So, you get 23, bring down 0, you get 35, 6 are 210. On subtraction, you get 20. Now, 20 cannot be further divided, so this is your remainder. So, your quotient is 1536 and your remainder is 20. That's so simple, children. Now, we have already done verification, where dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. So you can verify your answer. Divisor here is 35. Your quotient here is 1526. Multiply to both these numbers and then add 20 to it. You get 53,780, which is actually the same as the dividend in your quotient. So that means your division is perfect, right? Here you have an exercise on division. Solve the following and find the quotient and remainder. And in the next question, you have to find the quotient and remainder and also verify your answer by using this algorithm of division, right? So I'm sure you'll be getting the perfect answers and you will be your own teachers to check them out, verify by using the algorithm. Now, we have hot air. What should be added to 63,700 in order to make it exactly divisible by 18? So, let's first find out whether 63,700 is actually divisible by 18 or not. Do you know the table of 18? If not, we will write on the side, right? 18 ones are 18, 18 twos are 36. 18 threes are 54. 18 fours are 72. If you don't know the table, you can multiply. So we stop at 18 threes are 54. What do you get after subtracting? 9. You bring down 7. So where will you stop? 18 fours are 72. Let's go ahead. 18 fives are is 90 children. So we can stop at 5. 18 fives are 90. You are left with 7. Bring down 0. We'll stop at 18 threes are 54 again. You get 16. Bring down 0 again. So now what next? 18, how many times will it go? Quickly tell me. Will 18 eights are help? Let's see. 8 eights are 64. 8 ones are 8 plus 6. 14. 144. And what about 18 nines are? 72. 150, 62. This is 162. So this is more. We'll stop at 18 eights are 144. How much is left? 16 is left. And to divide by 18, how much more should be there? It should be 18 more. That means 2 more numbers are needed. So the number is 63,700. If you add 2 more to it, you get 63,702, which will be perfectly divisible by 18. So what should be added to 63,700 to make it exactly divisible by 18? We should add 2. Only 2 should be added, right? Now, next is word problems, which we actually say they are the story sums. So you have to read the story sums. You have to relate the numbers and operations there with mathematics, and then we'll be finding what operation is to be done. Let's read example here. The total population of a town is given. Out of them, these men are women, these many are men, and the rest are children. So find how many children are there in the town. What do you have to do here? For population, you have men, women, and children all together. Out of these, you know what is the number of men, what is the number of women. You have to find the number of children. So what will you do, children? First, you will be adding the number of men and women. Very good. And then the next step is subtract that from the total population, because the remaining number is the number of children. That's perfect. So number of women is given, number of men is given. Total number of men and women is, you add them and you get 77,666. Out of the total population, these many are men and women. So the remaining number is the number of children, which we get by subtracting, which comes out to 87,679, right? So this is how word problems, each statement, each word, each number has a significance in mathematics. We just have to correlate. Here we have another example. The cost of a wooden table is 2,375. A government office purchased 236 such tables. So how much money did they spend in all? That means it is repeated addition, because they have bought such 236 tables. For each table, they paid the amount. For the next table, same amount, then same amount, then same amount. That means every time they are adding the same number, which means repeated addition. So repeated addition is multiplication. So here we will be multiplying the two values to get how much total money was spent by in that government office. A shopkeeper has these many boxes of erasers with 26 erasers in each box. So the number of erasers in each box is 26 and total number of boxes is this much. How many erasers does he have in all? What will we do? We'll first multiply. That's it. If he needs to pack these erasers in small boxes now, each of which can hold only 5 erasers. So the number of erasers we get after multiplication is 63,310. Now he wants to pack them in small packets of 5 erasers each. So what is he doing actually? Out of this total number, every time he is taking away 5 in a packet. Again, another 5 in a packet, another 5, another 5, another 5. He'll keep taking away 5, 5, 5 and putting them in packets. So what is he doing? Repeated subtraction, which actually means division. So that is why we'll be dividing this total number of erasers by 5 to find how many such packets are being there packed. Now, here you have an exercise on word problems. A city has a total population of 5 lakhs. The population of females is given and the population of males is given. Find the number of children. It is just the same as we have done in the first example. Next, there are 84,000 sacks of wheat, 5,72,000 sacks of pulses, 60,000 sacks of rice in a go down. Find the total number of sacks of food grains. So what do you have to do? Just add them all. Yes, because they want the total number of sacks of the food grains. Coming to next. These many books are to be donated equally to 135 libraries. How many books will each library get? So what is equal distribution in mathematics? Equal distribution or repeated subtraction, both are the terms that we use for division. So here, because you have to distribute these books equally into 135 libraries. So equal distribution means division. So you will be dividing the numbers here. Next, it is festival time. A bakery bakes and sells 6,88,800 cookies. There are 1,200 cookies in each box. How many boxes of cookies does the bakery sell? So it's not about selling the cookies, it is about selling the boxes of cookies. So total cookies are these many. And in each box, they are putting 1,200 cookies. So 1,200 in one box. Again 1,200 taken out. Again 1,200 taken out. What are we doing? Repeated subtraction. And what is repeated subtraction? Repeated subtraction is division, right, children? So here also you will be dividing 6,88,800 divided by 1,200. Now we have already learned the properties of division by number of zeros. So an easier way is, first you will be dividing 6,88,800 is given, divided by 1,200. From both these numbers, we can strike off the common number of zeros. 0 and 0 cancelled out, 0 and 0 cancelled out. Now I am sure it will make your division easier. Now you just have to subtract 6,888 by 12 and I'm sure it will make your task easier. Isn't it? Happy? I can see the smiles on your face, children. So these are the tricks you can follow to make your calculations easier. Here we have two more questions for you. Rohan is a toy maker. He wants to make 2,500 toy cars. 150 cars were made by him on one day. He has already made 1,300 cars. Now, how many days will it take him to make 2,500 cars? Out of 2,500 toy cars, he has already made 1,300. So, how many more does he have to make? What will you do? Subtract. So 2,500 minus 1,300. That means how many are more to be made? That is perfect. 1,200 more. Now in one day, how many cars does he make? 150. That's perfect. So how many days does he need to make 1,200 more cars? What will you do? 1,200 divided by 150. Again, will you like to use the trick? Yes, we will be cancelling out one common zero here. So ultimately, you have to divide 120 by 15. And if you know the table of 15, you can directly reach to the answer 15. 8 is 120. So he'll be completing this in another 8 days. Right? Okay. So, should I leave the last question for you to do yourself? Read it out, then see what you have to do and try. Now here's chapter at a glance, what we have learned in today's session about operation on larger numbers. The numbers that are added together, what are they called? They are called addends, and the answer is called the sum or total. In subtraction, the number which is subtracted is called the subtrahend, and from which we subtract is called the minuend. And what is the answer called? The answer is called the difference, children. Now the number that is multiplied is called the multiplicand, and by which we multiply is called the multiplier. The answer is called the product, right? Now in division, the number which is divided is called the dividend. The number by which you divide is called the divisor. The answer is called the quotient, and there is a remainder if something is left over. That is called the remainder. For being your own teachers, for checking whether you have done the division correctly or not, you have the division algorithm which says dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So after doing division, you can be your own masters, multiply the divisor and quotient, add remainder to it, and see if it is the same as your dividend. That means you have done the division perfectly. Fine? Interesting? Here we have competency based questions for you. A factory produced these many tires in the month of May. Out of these many tires were found defective, and how many tires were not defective? That means how many were good ones. What will you do here? Go subtract and get your answer yourself. What must be subtracted from 1 million to get 8,60,000? Sorry, this is international system. So from 1 million to get 869,500. So what will you do? Subtraction. Good. From 1 million, subtract this given number. Find out the answer yourselves. What could be the number in the start box so that this number divided by 16 multiplied by 20 gives you this answer? So we can go in the reverse way. How? First, you can just, this number is to be divided by 16 and then multiplied by 20. So you can divide this number by 20. Whatever answer you get, multiply it by 16 and you will get your answer here, right? This is, we do the reverse process. Now, in your miscellaneous exercise, you have picked the correct options. You have to add the two numbers and find out the answer. Subtract these, check what is the answer. Find the product of the largest 5-digit number. What is the largest 5-digit number? 99,999. And the smallest 1-digit even number is 2. Yes. So it's 1-digit even number. Multiply and see what do you get. If Tina divides this number by 50, what quotient will she get? Oh, you are there with the answer. You used that trick of cancelling out zeros, isn't it? So 0 and 0 cancelled out. You get 1, 1, 1, 1, which is perfect here, right? So find out the answers, children. Now in your subjective type questions, Japish and his father have decided to build a tree house in their garden. They need wooden planks to build the tree house. They had 11,280 planks of wood already with them and have also gathered 888 more planks. So how many wooden planks have they used in total? Yes, total means adding. So you will be adding these numbers of planks here. While making the tree house, they realized that they were short of nails to be used. The nail box had only 11 nails left. So they buy 3 boxes of nails. 2 boxes have 2,121 nails each, and the third box has 3,000 nails. How many total nails do they have now? So what do we have to do here? See, already they had 11 nails. After that, they bought 3 boxes. In 2 boxes, there were 2,121 nails each. So that means in 2 boxes, how many were there? 2,121 times 2. Yes, good. That is 4,242. How many were there in the third box? There were 3,000 nails in the third box. So add this number. You get 7,242. And there were some nails with them before they bought also. How many were there? 11 nails. So add this number also. That means what is the total number of nails they have now? You'll just add them, you get 7,253. This is the total number of nails. Let's read the next question. Sarika wants to make 2,000 paper clowns. She can make 10 clowns in one day. And if she has already made 800 clowns, how many clowns are left to be made? What will you do? Subtract quickly. Tell me what's the answer. Yes, 2000 minus 800. That means she still has to make 1200 paper clowns. Now, how many days will it take her to make the rest of the clowns? In one day, she makes 10. So, for 1200 clowns, how many days does she need? What will you do? Division. Why division? Do you know, children? Yes, you are there with a perfect answer 120. But my question is, why will you do division? Because this is repeated subtraction. 1200 were left. First day 10, then another 10, then another 10. So every time she is reducing 10 when she is making 10. That means it is repeated subtraction, and this is the reason you are doing division. Division by cancelling out the common zeros, you get 120, and this is the perfect answer. Now in the next, some numbers are given in the wheel. Use these numbers and create problems involving mathematical operations. Any of the 4 operations you can use. The numbers in problems and the solutions must be from the number wheel only. So you will pick up the numbers that will either give you the sum, product, or difference, or the quotient, right? So choose the number of pairs and you will get the answer also in this wheel. Make your own word problems, children, and have fun. Here's a project for you. Look around your home or the classroom and identify objects in rows and columns that are arranged in groups. Write up multiplication and division word problems for the groups. Like if you look at the arrangement of leaves on the trees, so you find the same pattern of leaves, isn't it? So you can talk about them. You can talk about the number of fingers with your friends here in the classroom. So look for such pattern and then you have to write your own word problems. Here's a math lab activity for you to have fun, in which you will be needing pencil and paper cards, and the students will be arranged in groups of 4. Each of the group will get 1 paper card. First student has to write 2 numbers. Let us say one is a 5-digit number and the other is a 2-digit number. Now the second student will multiply both the numbers. The third student will divide the bigger number by the smaller number. And the fourth student will write the word problem on multiplication as well as on division. So this you can repeat with many other numbers and have lots of fun. So I'm sure you enjoyed learning operations on larger numbers and will be coming up with more interesting sessions ahead. Till then, happy learning, children.